are back. The Saints Block Party podcast, week 16, SBP, presented by Precious Works LLC, recapping Saints Jets, where the Saints have won three in a row, defeating the New York Jets 29-6. Did need to make a correction. Da as head coach did go on a three-game winning streak. Our dude Wesley corrected us at the end of 2022 season. He did go on a three-game winning streak. But
Okay.
that's old news. Kellen
Old news.
Kellen has done that in his first season, and
Stacking wins, baby.
29-6, their highest point total of the season. You got Charlie Smith kicking 5 field goals. Only missed one from 61 yards. Tyler Shough goes over 300 yards passing. I think you had Chris Olave catch 10 for 148 and a touchdown.
2 touchdowns.
2 touchdowns. My bad. I'm sorry, Chris. I didn't mean to do you like that.
My dog, Chris.
Chris getting 30 mil. I'm telling fans right now that contract gonna start with the 3. Anyhow. And you had Jawan Johnson eight passes for 89 yards, bro.
8 for 89, bro.
Listen,
Before you start, let me ask you
go
this.
ahead.
Were we wrong about Jawan Johnson?
Part of me says,
do we owe Mickey an apology for Jawan Johnson?
okay, let me word it like this. I don't feel like we owe Mickey apologies for Jawan Johnson because Jawan Johnson always gets going after the Saints are eliminated from playoff contention. But I do feel like we owe Mickey an apology for Chase Young.
Ooh, that sack at the end, boy. That was a clutch sack. Clutch sack at the end. And I was thinking, like, damn, he's kind of quiet. He'll look quiet today. Came with, whoo.
I think he has 7 sacks on the season, if not 8.
7. Yep, 7.
You got Cam Jordan with 9.5.
That's crazy.
No, 8.5 because he came in with 6.5, 8.5 on the season. So that's what I would say. I don't want to take anything away from Jawan, but for me, I need to see that from week 1 through week 6 when they trying to like contend and get in the playoffs, not when they eliminate it. Because this has happened every goddamn season. This is the Jawan Johnson experience, bro. Like when it happened last year too, bro. When Spence was in there, like, they not in playoffs. Let me show out.
I will say though, the only difference this season is he has been healthy all season, and he's been productive all season.
It looks better this season.
He's had his usual like what the F moments this season, but he's been more consistent. He's been a productive tight end, bro. I still ain't apologizing.
Like I said, I'll apologize for Chase Young. But
okay,
Jawan, no, I'm not apologizing. Playing my flag down. I think our guy Devion said it. 2 things that he said in our Discord, patreon.com/SlinkSparkParty.
The hell is Devion? It's Devion.
Nola QB Gunners. Nola QB Gunners.
Oh. Just call him. My bad, bro. I just didn't know your name, brother.
Or like I made the joke one time calling them DEI Beyond. One, he said that one thing we wanted to see this season was the Saints mirroring a Dan Campbell first season with the Lions like show.
I was thinking about that last night.
And we are now seeing it. And second thing he said, hold on, I gotta think about it, is that yeah, it came to me, is that if this is Taysom Hill's last season with the Saints, last home game with the Saints, especially, that unlike the DA thing with Jamal Williams and not, him not getting a touchdown against the Falcons, him cooking that play up and that touchdown pass to Chris Olave is a 180 in terms of just the mindset from the head coach of like, if this is guy's last time, suiting up for the Saints in front of the fans, let me send him out with a bang, which is
Loved it.
exactly the opposite of what DA did for Jamal Williams in the last game against the Falcons that caused a whole uproar and what have you. And I think there were two great salient points just in regards to, and I'll get some, this is going to be a mostly positive podcast. I'm going to get some things that really annoyed me in this game that Kellen still does, but you definitely feel that this team is building something. And it starts foundationally with Tyler Shough and that being, and I get it. They're playing the Jets and whatever, but that first half we called on the preview pod, bro. The Jets were juiced up. They came out swinging, and it was a mud fight for the first half, and I get it. They were the Jets, but you just see it and you feel it. You see you feel and you see the hope, and it just feels completely different than the almost 6 years since we started doing this podcast. It feels different.
Completely different, bro. Completely. One, it feels like you're building towards something. And I don't know, today just kind of felt like a throwback day. I don't know if it was because of, Cam Jordan getting his sacks and Taysom Hill, but really the positivity, like just you had the fans doing the wave in the crowd, and you just felt like that dome was kind of back to that little old dome for a little minute, where it's just like
a little bit.
We got a big lead. We just trying to get, and then Kellen dialing up a play late when usually he's been playing it close to the vest,
conservative. Felt a little shyness, bud. Felt a little shyness, bro.
Well, Sean Payton is. I had to look. I'm driving. I'm like, did he just cook a downfield when the game is pretty much over? Like, it was still, we had a little time left. He was trying to nurse the lead, but I'm thinking they're gonna run Taysom, nurse the lead, because that's what that's been his MO. But to do that, to cook that play up, an important play for Taysom, who was brought to tears in his presser today, because we all know that this is probably it for him. You know what I'm saying? And he's had a special run. With New Orleans, bro. I don't care what nobody say, bro. His run was special. You won't probably see it again happen in the NFL.
Nah,
ever. Like, it's just like he's one of my favorite Saints of all times. Period. You know what I'm saying? One of my favorite Saints. We clowned about, even today, like watching the game, we was clowning about, like, man, get him off the field.
second play, offensive play of the game, bro. He fumbled the ball. He was like, oh my God.
And I was like, why does Kellen keep going to him? But you know what, Kellen? I'm glad you did. I'm glad you stuck with him through the game, made some positive plays, made some positive catches, some good runs.
That touchdown that got called back against the Sherman hole, bro. That like it sucked that it got called back, but Shough threw that shit on the money, Wolf.
On the money, bro. I hated that they got called it back, man. Damn. But nah, bro. So, like, that was the thing, man. Today felt like a little bit like the old Saints, just for a little minute. Like, we just the vibes was just good, and it's crazy because, like, the first half was like a slug. Like, what is happening? This is like 6-9 and 6-3 or whatever. Like,
I said in the Zoom, I said, man, first team that scored a touchdown wins this game. First team scores a touchdown wins this game.
And then the Saints offense opened it up.
They did. I want to mention this real quick. Mark said, Cat Terrell said Chris Olave contemplated retiring last offseason. Not surprising.
Not surprised, bro. I was just watching, just caught in the YouTube wormhole or whatever, and was watching videos about concussions. I watched a video that's going deep into, like, what happens inside the brain with concussions, and, like, the different postures that happen if you get a concussion, like, what they mean. that was serious that happened to him, bro. In
Yes.
Carolina, that was like really, really, really serious. Like that was. I mean, I knew it wasn't no joke, but just watching that video made me realize, like, man, that was really
It was, bro.
like really like. I'm not surprised at all that he contemplated retirement because his life was like about to change completely. So, man, I completely understand that.
And it, one thing, and I get it's part of the football conversation and it's part of the fandom conversation, but and I think you said it perfectly. I think it was in the Discord. Is that if you take away the discourse of if he's a wide receiver one or not, and just accept that he's just a good starting receiver, like where you feel about him as a football player, like drastically changes. Like there
Exactly.
are things that he does in games that like is just going to like annoy you. Just like
Yeah.
there's some frustrating things he does in the game that's going to annoy you. The catch that he briefly had when Stiggers was on him that he knocked it out of his hands,
Hmm.
like another like a higher echelon receiver comes down with that catch and that catches a
Right.
touchdown. But the way he still is able to get, and I get it, it was a Jets defense, but he does this to most teams. The way he's able to get open and
Ooh,
catch. There were some routes he ran today is just
he
like
was cooking them. He was cooking that
cooking, bro,
defense.
cooking. And that was the one thing we kind of talked about. Well, we didn't talk about it, but I know, Mina had talked about it on her podcast in terms of just how much man coverage that, the Jets ran. And
Hmm.
shout out to Kellen because on the
On
touchdown
that
that
man
Shuck,
beater.
man beater, bro, perfectly called man beater.
Perfect. Perfectly
Um,
called.
so like those are the things where, like in my head, I'm just getting a little ahead. But the Saints won today, won their third game in a row. Their draft position didn't change, Ryan. They still picking eighth. Didn't change at all. Like God is good. God is good. And in my head, I'm like, man, what if that was Carnell Tate
Ooh,
in the ends? In like
ooh.
he
He
probably come he
come down with
probably
that
come
mother.
now. Like now you building a receiver room, nigga. Like now you.
Mm.
And I want to give Shuck credit. I talked about it earlier, as he was starting. You saw it today, and I get it. I get it. People are just gonna say it's the Jets. They ass. Yes, they're very much ass. They're very much ass. But you still saw an ability from him to elevate talent around him. He only had one starting wide receiver out there, Chris Olave. Then you had Mason Tipton, Dante Pettis, Kevin Austin Jr. You had William Sherman at right guard, which he had his struggles today, but probably a wash when you actually consider Ruiz. And then the running backs, you had Evan Hall, Taysom, and Estime. That
I
was it,
mean,
bro.
like you keep saying, like we get it. It's the Jets. They ass. We ass. Like what?
Yes,
Like it's not like we just coming with like this built up squad. Our squad is like decimated. You know what I'm saying?
yes,
Decimated. And we losing players like during the game. Like so it's like it was even to me and he's playing out there with like literally nothing, bro, trying to make the best of it. And he was just still slinging it, bro. Like making Kevin Austin look like something. You know what I'm saying? Kevin Austin making key catches. Juwan Johnson having one of his best games of his career. Um, Tearing them up with Olave on those curls and those
woo,
corner routes and stuff like that. Just tearing them up. Um, nah, man. And look, the offensive line had their struggles today too. McDonald was putting it on Banks, on Kelvin Banks Jr. I can't wait to go back and really study that matchup to see.
oh, bro.
Uh,
Okay, it was bad, bro. This is probably one of Banks' worst games of his rookie season
mm,
because Will McDonald Jr. was destroying him, especially in the second half. And that was one thing that did annoy me in this game. What and I tweeted it was that there was a stint in the game where Will McDonald had beaten Banks almost three times in a row. And of course, Banks is like single covered as Kellen does. And on one of the plays, Shough gets sacked or at least gets back to the line of scrimmage, but like the way he got tackled, you almost thought like he got hurt.
Mm-hmm.
And to me, like that's on the head coach. It's like if you see this enough times, if you see that your left tackle, who's a rookie, is struggling with a premier pass rusher in this league, and you continue to leave him on this island, and it potentially would lead to maybe the quarterback of the future getting hurt. Nigga, that is terrible coaching. Like, I don't want to take away what Kellen did today, but that's bad. That had me hot, Wolf. I'm like, bro, like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Can't have that, bro.
You can't have that, man. You can't have it. Ross Tucker was on the call, and he's one that always talked about that. Like, if one guy is getting beat multiple times, like first couple of times, yeah, that's on the guy. But if it's repeatedly happened throughout the game, that's on the coach.
It reminded me of the Penning Arden Key against the Titans game a little bit.
Exactly.
Where Penning got beat a couple of times badly, and then they just kept having Penning like lined up, single like on an island against Arden Key. Like, figure it out, buddy. Like, what?
Yeah,
what?
Like, no. Help me.
Wesley said Deuce was making the same points on Kellen's handling of the block in the radio today too. Yeah, like it's just common sense, bro. Like, common sense. Let me catch up on the chat real quick. Wesley said Shough really does have a beautiful ball. He does. And I was actually glad to see Shough kind of bounce back because I felt like he started the game pretty uneven. He was not on target. His ball placement was all over the place, and then he just kind of got it in the groove and was in a groove for most part for the rest of the game.
It's not abnormal for him to start off a little up and down. I just noticed that's kind of been a trend with him. But I think even today it was worse. I think he's playing compromise. I think he's just playing compromise, hip, whatever. He just got his ass whipped last week and got whipped more today. I just think he was just a little compromised and it just wasn't all together. But I thought in the second half, things started to look like a little more on time and smooth. And his ball placement was a lot better. But it just started out a little rough.
It did. Tramal Molly Mall asks, is this Cam Jordan's last year?
Feels like it, doesn't it?
It was like
the Saints at least.
Yeah, he had like 24 people at the game today in a suite.
A sister or something that flew in from Germany.
For Germany. It feels like it is, but also like I also wouldn't. It's gonna be interesting because basically it's gonna come down to at the end of the year, is he gonna potentially want to go to a team where he feels like he can potentially contend for a championship,
right.
and or does he want to end his career as a Saint? And to be fair, like either one, like I don't want like as fans, like if he does choose the former to like go to another team and contend, like I feel like as fans, like we shouldn't begrudge him of that. Like he's given it. I just know some fans will, like, you know what I mean.
Nah, if he went to like the Falcons or something.
No, I mean
I don't even think he would do that. I don't think he would do that.
No. What if he went to the Broncos, bro?
I could see that.
I could too.
I could see the Broncos. I could see like the Bills. The Bills like to take shots on like older guys.
Yep.
Chargers maybe. I could see something like that. Like, go ahead, bro. Like, you earned that shit. Like, if you got a chance to contend, finally get a chance at a ring, go for it, man. Or if he end this season with 10 sacks, bro, I'd easily see Mickey and him sitting down like, man, look, put together a little incentive-laden contract like we did. Come on back. Good old times.
He's at 8.5 right now. The Titans next week, and they end the season against the Falcons. Like, it feels like he could get to 10.5. It really does feel like he can get to 10.5. Luke, not different Luke. I can't pronounce your last name, Luke. I'm like, that's a really long last name. I can't even pronounce that phonetically, but it says starts to feel like O-line first round pick again next year.
No.
Doesn't feel like I think if anything, if like today it feels like a weapon. I don't know what weapon. But if you look at today, and I know there's injury. I know Neil's injured. I know Devon Bailey. They're both on IR rest of the season. But today really maybe even reinforces it to the front office and to Kellen. Like, man, like if this like Shuck is the dude, like imagine if I just give him juice.
Imagine it. Like really imagine it. You really imagine having legitimate weapons for this quarterback. A legitimate second tight end or tight end one, whatever you want to call Juwan. If you want a real tight end to go with him that could block and catch. Um, two more wide receivers, one with size and speed, and that can attack the ball to go with Valet and Olave. Like this, once everything falls into place, a running back that could really get you like instant yardage, instant first downs, that you could throw a check down or a little quick, Texas route over the middle and get 20, 30, 40 yards or whatever. Imagine that in this offense, man. It just changes everything. It
Everything,
changes
bro.
everything, bro. And they really need it. Like they cannot go into this draft like thinking they could just we get a wide receiver in the fourth round. Nah, man. Like you got to go
No,
and attack this draft. You need two wide receivers, a running back, at least one running back, and at least one tight end.
I'm tying in.
And I'm not saying you got to do it all in the draft. Yes, maybe you could attack a little bit in free agency, but this free agency class is not great, and you're gonna have to deal with players not wanting to come here. It's not being like a prime destination for like top guys. So it's a lot of work, bro. But that should be the number one focus going into this offseason. Get this guy weapons.
Uh, Troy, Tramal Molly Mall says the interior line needs to be fixed first.
Oh yeah, and
Okay,
yes,
but yes.
but you don't have to do that in the draft. Or
Ke-
you
uh,
could you
so
could do that in the fourth round.
Kevin posted this great picture that was posted on Twitter, like showing how the Rams had built their offensive line. Not a single first round pick on the offensive line, bro.
Not a
Not a
single one,
single
bro.
first round pick. Like there are so many ways that you can build your.
You don't have to point to like other teams. You can point literally to the Saints of the Super Bowl era. Like Terron Armstead was a third round pick. Jerron Bushrod was a fourth round pick. Jyree Evans was the fifth round pick. Carl Nicks
Carl Nicks.
was a fifth round pick. Like you don't have to build an offensive line like that. And I realized a lot of those were years ago, but you can look at teams around the league. You look at the Eagles last year. Like not everybody has to be a first round pick, and we got like plenty of first round picks on this
Okay.
team, on this exact team.
So someone, Raylyn Marie Lewis said the Colts draft lineman high lineman in the works. The Colts also drafted. Let me just tell you who the Colts drafted. They drafted Tyler Warren in the draft last year. That's juice. Jonathan Taylor was a running back in the second round. They drafted Michael Pittman Jr. So like what is the art? Like there are so many ways that you can build. There's not a
Right.
singular way.
But people are making the argument like we have been ignoring it or something. We've invested like that's all we draft is offensive line and defensive line. Like, what are y'all talking about? What are y'all talking about, bro?
So
No,
frustrating, bro.
this team need juice.
Juice Wolf. Fed up with it. Shout out to Hostway Sandoval 499 super chat said 3 in a row got me in tears. It's beautiful. It's beautiful.
It's crazy, bro.
Tony, our
Shot
dude
4 and
Tony.
3, bro.
We need to start building. We need to start building the O line from the inside out again. We do.
Look, man, all they got to do is go and sign. There's like 2 or 3 guards I'm already looking at free agency. Go get one of those guys.
Just one.
Draft, maybe, okay, you want to draft a guard in the fourth round. Don't know who. Draft this. Put your scouts to work and go find somebody that looks good that can come in the fourth round. You got Simpkins already on the roster. Like, figure that shit out, man, and get Fuaga back healthy. Banks gonna be in his second year, probably play better. Then you got something cooking, man.
Or like another. Not. I don't think that the Saints don't have probably the ability to do this just because of cap space. But look at what the Bears were able to do under Ben Johnson of how they quickly rebuilt their offensive line this past offseason. Trades. Like there's so many there's so many ways
things you could do.
Like, so I don't want to just hear like it has to be done like in the first round, like
Also,
no,
coaching too.
Yeah,
not just
coaching, bro.
offensive line coaching. I mean, offensive line coaching. That's one part. I mean, I don't know who we got now, but I think our guy that used to be with the Saints a couple years ago. Get him some help, man. Like, get him some help. Also, like schematically, some different things you could do instead of having like your tackles on the island all the time. But there's all kind of things you could do schematically and coaching wise to help out your offensive line. So I don't want to hear it, man. Get this first round offensive line stuff out my face. I don't want to hear it.
I don't either, bro. I'd be fine with Caleb Downs in the first round. Still, like, I know Ruben Baines had like a decent game yesterday, bro.
Baines a player, bro. Baines be playing though, bro. Tenacious, just little butterfly.
Like you said, bro. Nigga built like MJD, bro. I'm good, Wolf. I'm good, Wolf. Like if like we drafted Bain in the top of round 2, I'd be completely fine, bro. But like 8
overall, bro.
Nah, nigga, I'm out. All right, let's take our first break of the pod. We'll be right back after this. Yo, what up, Wolf? What are you looking at?
Man, I'm checking out this website. This site is cheeks, bro.
In 2025? How do you have a crappy website? Couldn't be me.
They need to hit up our guy Bijan with Precious Works. Precious Works offers to not only build you a website that's tailored to you and your customers' needs, but also to continue to manage and maintain it so you can focus on your business. Don't have much time? Precious Works is just what you need. No out-of-the-box stuff like Squarespace or Wix. Precious Works will create a site for you. You won't have to worry about plugin updates, security, or things like that because Precious Works will maintain all of that and be available to you 24/7. Bijan set up Saints Block Party Podcast website for us a few years ago and hit it out the park. He also keeps it up to date and helps us anytime we want to add something new like a form or the prospect matching tool that we did for the NFL draft. It's like having your own personal developer just a text or a call away. Precious Works has worked with everyone from small businesses to large firms, so no job is too big or too small. If you're in the need of a website or you currently have one, but you want to upgrade it, give Bijan a holler at Precious Works. You can get with him at Bijan at Precious Works, BIJON at precious.works, or go to precious.works for his website. Make sure to tell him Saints Block Party sent you.
Okay, we're back. Listen, we have 69 concurrent viewers on right now and 220 views. Appreciate y'all. If you're watching this on YouTube, which if you are, please like and subscribe. Dre Day 7078 said, I came across you guys' channels a few weeks ago, quickly becoming one of my favorite channels. Y'all deserve more followers. Who that? Appreciate you, Dre Day. Much love.
I appreciate that for real.
I want to preface this by saying that I know it was just the Jets, but Brandon Staley and the defense held the Jets to 6 points, had 8 sacks, had
8 sacks,
man? 8 sacks, nigga. Had 8 sacks. Pretty sure it was 8. I know I'm not tripping. I know at one point it was 7, and then they got another one.
5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, you right.
Yeah, nigga, I wasn't tripping. 8. One interception. You had one of the better games you see by Jonas Sinker.
Beautiful game.
Brian Bresee did get hurt. It looked like it potentially wasn't as bad as it initially looked, but we don't know yet. Give Brandon Staley his goddamn flowers, bro. I know, bro. I know it's the Jets. They playing with the third string quarterback. I do not care. Do not care, bro.
Don't care.
He's been coaching his ass off this like most of the season, but especially the second half of the season, bro.
Oh yeah. Second half of the season has been about Staley, bro. That's been a huge part of this run that the Saints have been on. You know, they're big reason, and that's not to take anything from Shough and Kellen and what they've been able to do on offense, but the reason it's not like they've been putting up 30, 40 points a game. They've been winning with like 17 points And they could do that because Brandon Staley been holding teams down. You know what I'm saying? So he's been a huge reason they've been able to win games, and be able to be in games in the fourth
Mm-hmm.
quarter where Shuck could catch fire and do his thing. So man, like shout out to him, bro, because that's what we need. It's not like we've said many times. It's not the cleanest football for 4 quarters. There's some leaky yardage sometimes, or missed tackle on 3rd and 8 was like, come on, how you gonna let him convert that? Why you gonna let him get to the edge? Stuff like that. But at the end of the day, man, he keeps teams down. The further they move down the field, like the more constrained they get.
Mm-hmm.
There's just a great way of just getting guys to figure out when to make a play at clutch times, like that sack earlier or that sinker interception was huge, huge, huge point in the
Huge.
game. Um, so nah, man, Staley doing that. They getting production out of guys like Nate Shepard, and Bullard, and
Songbird.
Ridgeway, and it's like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like that's coaching right there,
That's
boy.
coaching,
That's
nigga.
that's
That's coaching.
coaching. Well, yeah,
Dante said if it wasn't for Staley, we'd be 0-15. I wholeheartedly believe that. Yeah, bro. I can see it. I can.
100%.
Um, excuse me. Tremal Molly Mall said we need Vernon Broughton to be something next year.
Hope so, bro. Shit. Can we get Boyd on the field? God
I'm sure.
damn.
I'm sure he'll be active next week because I don't probably foresee Brian Bresee being active next week. So I'm pretty sure
I
Christian Boyd will
mean,
be active next week.
can we get Christian Boyd on the field, man? Golly. What did he do?
Uh, that's and I talked about this. I was talking about this in the Zoom with Dante, with Sanker, and I said, he asked if I would still be, wanting them to draft Caleb Downs, and I said absolutely,
Yeah.
because he was like, well, what about? I said I make Justin Reed a third safety, bro. Like, could you imagine what Brandon Staley could do with Sanker and
Bro,
and Caleb Downs, bro?
you got the intelligence of Justin Reed back there. Basically he'll be like our new Terrain. And you got Caleb Downs, who's already super intelligent, and Sanker, man, boy. Now you got a secondary. Now you got a
Yes.
secondary. Still got to work on the front. Still got to work on the edge and all that stuff. Yes, can't build Roma today. You know what I'm saying? But you got your secondary together. Now you can focus on getting that front together. You know what I'm saying? Man, that'll be something. That would be something.
I have a nasty, maybe it's not as nasty, but a nasty scenario to give you. If the Saints run the clock at 8 and both Caleb Downs and Carnell Tate are on the board, who you going with?
Bro, I've been thinking about that for like 2, 3 weeks now. Me, I would go Tate just because I'm starved for juice. But I would think they would go for I think they would go for Downs. And
I think they would.
I'd be excited. I'd still be excited with that. Like I wouldn't be mad, you know, if you went one or the other. But me personally, I would go for Tate. But you gotta go for the better player. And like overall, Downs is just like a better player. Like he
In a
has Hall
vacuum,
of
yeah.
Fame, all pro like ability. You know what I'm saying? I think Tate could be really good, but I don't know if I'm looking at like all pro wide receiver. You know what I'm saying?
So that's interesting. So I watched a bit of him. Watched more of him yesterday. I forgot what the games were yesterday, but they it was during I think it was the Bears Packers halftime. I was watching Tate yesterday, and I think I put this in the Discord, but I said he has the potential to be like Terry McLaurin in the league.
Wow.
Like, just like they win and it's funny because Carnell Tate's going to go much higher in the draft than Scary Terry did. He went in the second round. But I really loved Terry McLaurin as a prospect, and I felt he was like very, very underrated and slept on.
Mm-hmm.
That's not really happening with Carnell Tate, but just in how they win and just their play style are extremely similar, and similar.
Boy, good man.
Good.
Boy, good. And I'm telling you, he's just slightly underrated because he's playing next to a dog
That's exactly what it
in
is.
Jeremiah Smith, man. But I think he has like number one wide receiver ability.
Tremel Molly Mall asks, "What if Sonny Styles is there at 8-2?" I'm sorry, bro. I'm not. Unless it's Patrick Willis or
Yeah, like you got
Ro,
to be.
and this is nothing against Sonny Styles because he's a stud.
You a stud, man.
But you got to be Patrick Willis. You got to be even like Roquan Smith. Even to me, like Roquan Smith was a better prospect than Sonny Styles. Like you got to be that level of linebacker prospect.
What was his name with the
Luke
Panthers?
Luke Kuechly,
Luke
and
Kuechly.
even
Oh my
and even
god.
and even Luke Kuechly went like 11th.
Yeah, you're right. You're right, man. Like
I'm sick for knowing that off the top of my head. But like you got to be that level of linebacker, off the ball linebacker prospect that's not a pass rusher
not a
like
pass rusher.
to be considered like going top 10. Luke asks, "Do you see us trading down for more picks this year?" Absolutely not. I believe it when I see it.
Like if we were picking number 1 or number 2, maybe a team coming up for a quarterback, but
Oh
like
yeah,
picking
yeah,
8,
for sure. Nah.
but picking 8, nah, Loomis gonna stick right there and make his pick.
And I'll say this, Matt, picking 8 in this draft with this team and where they are and
Right.
what the talent is in this draft is honestly one of the, and who knows, like that 8 may go to like 9, 10, 11 if they beat the Titans and they beat the Falcons to end the season. But it's one of the better places to pick in this
Yeah.
draft.
This is another one of those drafts where between pick, I don't know, between pick 5 and 20, 25 is like it's not like these drastic drop offs. It's like just a lot of
No.
good players, good solid players, not a ton of blue chip players in this draft. The ones that you really like will go on the top, like Everett Reese. Then you got the quarterbacks. The one blue chip player who really is the wild card, who can go like he can go top 5 or he can go at 15 is Caleb Downs. Like we don't know
Yes.
because it's purely would come down to one of those things on how teams
Hmm.
value the safety position.
So the Saints get their 5th win of the season. I'm bringing this up because it's interesting. Not a little interesting, but when we did our season breakdown, schedule breakdown for season, I had the Saints win in 5 games. So they're at 5 games right now. You had them win in 6 games. So they will either beat my prediction by 1 or 2 games, or they could be right at the prediction. They will either meet your prediction, which is 6 games, if they win another game. If they lose another game, they split the rest of the 2 games this season. Or they may, they could potentially end up winning 7 games this season, Ryan.
I would have never predicted 7. 6,
They,
when I predicted 6, that was
I
like
was I was looking at you like, nigga, what?
I was tripping.
6?
I was like, I'm tripping with 6, but I'm just gonna go ahead and throw it out. So I mean, that's crazy, bro. That's crazy. Especially the way this team was looking earlier than this. Like it was like by week 2, we was looking at Tankathon like number 1 pick, baby. Like let's go. Let's go. Because this team, oh, it was before the team. I mean, even before the real season started, we was looking.
Yes.
Because we just looked at the roster, like the roster is actually worse, much worse off than when the season started.
Tra-
Much worse off.
Trade Rashid Shaheed, um, which is like a big thing because
Yeah.
he's gotten going a lot in Seattle. What else has
I mean,
happened?
I don't know if you want to call it, but Brandon Cooks, yeah, Valet got him going. He's on the IR.
Are AK
AK gone. Devin Neal, now he gone. Kendra Miller, he was starting to have a good little season going. He gone.
gone?
Trevor Penning, I mean, you could call that addition by subtraction. That's fine.
It
I'll
was.
take that. But
It
then
was.
Eric McCoy, starting center, he gone.
I, I said
Fuaga been in and out. Fuaga been in and out the lineup all year. Then you had his backup got hurt, and we had William Sherman at right tackle. It's
been crazy, Wolf. It's been crazy. I
crazy.
said this in the Zoom that if the Panthers end up winning the NFC South, it's wild because we as the team as a fan of the Saints would have swept the champs of the NFC South. If you don't think Mickey Loomis is standing on a table with his shirt off,
Oh,
with his dick out, flexing.
What have we done?
What type of victory is it, Wolf?
A Pyrrhic victory.
There it is, bro.
Pyrrhic victory, bro.
There it is, bro.
What have we done, man? Gil, like I told y'all, he is doing a good job.
And the funny thing is, you give the vast majority of the credit to Shough, bro. It really.
The quarterback position is something, boy. It completely changes everything. Changes everything, man.
Can I tell you how wild the Zoom live stream was, bro? When you after you left in the fourth, them niggas was talking about like potentially like extending Shough after like year 2, and I was like, do y'all understand like the benefits of having a quarterback on a rookie contract in the second round? Do y'all get that? I couldn't believe my ears, bro. Couldn't believe my ears.
Quarterback. I'll tell you that quarterback disease, boy. Once you got it, woo, you just your mind just start going all kind of places, man.
They're like, well, we gotta probably maybe extend him after year 2 because if he play off the 4th year, he might be too expensive. I was like, what are y'all talking about right now? Like that would like if he is good to great, that is fantastic, especially like in 2027. Like, like that's a win. Like when y'all talk about extending him after year 2, that was dumb.
Let's just finish this season, okay?
Please. Shout out to Damon J with the $4.99 super chat.
Thank you, D.
He said, "How itchy you think Mickey hand is to make a dumb trade?" Oh, it's.
Ooh. I mean, his hand is scratching right now. He's hand in his pocket, just like
blazing.
My phone. Anybody call my phone yet? It's because you just know he feel like he got something. Yeah, he feel like he got something. And here's the thing, I do want them to be like mildly aggressive, like because you do have a quarterback on a contract. Yes, they don't have all the cap space that clears out this year, but you could start making moves this year. You know what I'm saying? With that in mind, that it's going to open up. So I want them to be like aggressive, but don't be stupid. Like please don't do some dumb shit. Please.
I pray, bro. I pray.
Like let the 3-year, $38 million Alante deal be the only dumb thing you do. Like because you know it's coming at him. Because you know it's coming.
Man, when he had that sack that came from forever, and he started riding the check, bro, I was disgusted. And then he almost had a pick 6. I was like, oh my god. But there was another blitz he had in the 4th quarter, I think it was. That was like the stereotypical Alante Taylor blitz that usually like that he comes and he just comes too hot and Brady Cook, like that was like there it is. That's the Alante I know. There it is. Here's something I will say though, and I'll get to our last break after this. If you think about all the rookie quarterbacks drafted last year, you could argue pretty convincingly that Tyler Shough might be in the best position in all of them. You got Tyler Shough, Jackson Dart, Cam Ward, Shedeur Sanders, / Dylan Gabriel, Quinn Ewers, I guess. Like he's probably in the best situation than any of the rookie quarterbacks, bro.
It's crazy, bro. Cam Ward don't even know his next head coach gonna be. So he knows.
And I'll give Cam a lot of credit.
Oh yeah.
He still be balling, bro. Like he
still be balling, bro. Every week he make a couple throws where I'm just like, God, please. That's why he was number 1 overall. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yes.
That ability is still there. So don't take nothing from him. But that team got a long way to go. Jackson Dart, ton of promise, showed a ton of promise. But just get banged up and down play, and the Giants are just like in no man's land. Shough, man, like it's really weird, bro, when you think about it. Like that took some guts to draft Shough, dog. Like,
Yeah.
and for Kellen to like target him, like to meet him early in the process and be like, okay, I really like him, and just to kind of say fuck all the
Noise.
talk about the age, noise, this,
Hmm.
that, and just say, no, I like this dude, and I'm gonna go get him in the second round when he was there. That took a little nuts, man. That took a little
It,
nuts because you got to be ready to. You know you was gonna get laughed at. You know you're gonna get laughed
one thing that a regret that I have from us being at the Senior Bowl last year, we didn't even talk to Tyler Shough last year, bro. He was at Senior Bowl.
at all. Was at the Senior Bowl, but like I know he was on the morning. Y'all know y'all was doing the morning practice
Yeah,
and then
yeah, yeah.
and I didn't go to the morning, but I remember one of the when the players come in for the little presser thing, and I remember seeing his name on the card. He
Yeah.
was gonna be standing up there. I looked at his name. I'm like, "Fuck is that?" Walked off.
Ain't that some shit,
Like,
bro? That's wild, bro.
I was like, "What the hell is a Tyler Shough?"
Shoot, shoot.
Let me go.
Let me go talk to Jaden
Where
Higgins,
Jalen
nigga.
Milrow? Where Jalen Milrow at, man?
Where Jaden Higgins at?
Where Jalen
Where,
Milrow?
where, where, where RJ Harvey at, nigga?
Exactly. Exactly, bro. That is just funny. Like he right there, our future quarterback, right there, bro. But
Crazy.
nobody wanted to pay him any attention, man. Nobody. So if Tyler Shough does end up being a guy, and at least for the short term, he does look like the guy. A lot of promise. Like shout out to Kellen, man, for just being like having conviction. That's all we ask. Have conviction about somebody and go for it. Don't care. I'm wrong. You wrong. He wrong. Don't matter. If you have conviction about it, you go for
And and we talked about this some in our Zoom today during the game, and we've talked about it in this podcast before. But whatever you want to say about Kellen, and we've said some things about Kellen, and there's still some things like in terms of like the head coach minutia that he still needs to get down and
it.
pin
Yes.
down. The secret sauce of like the three-headed monster that him, Doug Nussmeier, Scott Tozine has, and that they've shown to the ability to develop young quarterbacks.
Hmm.
It is like teams wish they could copy and paste that
I'm telling
because
you,
it
man.
it is so rare. And I know people want to people will probably have a lot of things to say about like Spencer Rattler and what have you, but before like the Bears game and the half he had against the first Tampa game, he was playing good football. He was playing good
Period.
football, and he had taken a leap from how he had played as a rookie. So he had
Huge leap.
developed. And I would also tell you that Tyler Shough, the number one thing that he struggled with as a prospect was pressure up the middle. He struggled with it mightily. Like it's been something that he's worked on so much that you see the improvement, in the NFL. Like I'm telling you, bro, like the quarterback development that three-headed monster has done. Whatever you want to say about Kellen, when we say plenty about him, is truly secret sauce.
And it's huge, bro, because I've watched plenty of other teams. The team we faced today, the Jets, who drafted so many quarterbacks, number 2 overall, number 3,
Zach
high.
Wilson,
Oh my,
Sam Darnold.
so many. And I've seen so many other teams that just cycle through quarterbacks over and over with no plan, no development plan, that just never works out, even for the short term. So if that's one of their like things that they can hang their head on, bro, that's a
Ooh,
huge
huge,
that's a huge like checkbox, right? You know what I'm saying? Like because if you can get
huge.
the quarterback right, you can figure out a lot after that. You know what I'm saying? And I don't. And also with Rattler, man, I just wish there was a way people could really look deeper and take into nuance and all that stuff because I understand. Like Shuck's a better player. Like I'm not even arguing that. Shuck is a better quarterback. He's 4-3, but it's like that 4-3 colors your experience when you try to reflect back on how Rattler played. And I'm telling you, Rattler played some good football. Like if he had like some of the better defensive play, or if he had some guys catch the ball when they like there were some wins for him there too, but it just didn't happen. And there were some plays that obviously he didn't make.
Correct.
That that's on him. That's why Tyler Shough is a better player. But both of them have made like huge strides, bro, and like great development. They set up good for the future. Rattler will have a chance to go on to another team maybe, or be a backup. He could be our Malik Willis. Just in case
Oh,
Shough.
that's a good comp, bro. It's a good
Like
comp.
just think about how important that was. Even though Green Bay wound up losing last night, how important just having that good backup just sitting right because they didn't miss a step. Jordan Love got knocked out, boom. Willis came in there and they just boom, boom.
And
went to
you
cooking.
could argue with Shuck's injury history and the amount of hits he's taken early on in his rookie season.
Yes.
Like listen, if a team came and offered like a third rounder for Rattler,
Bye.
like bye, like bye Negro, like we'll pack your bags ourselves. But like if it's like I think people truly undervalue how important the backup quarterback position is
Very, very much.
until you until it's needed, bro.
Especially for a quarterback like in Shough, who one has been injured in the past, and two is a mobile quarterback who runs the ball. So he will get hit. He's will get some nasty hits that just happen in the line of football. So it's good to have like a real backup that can really come in and just run things without even thinking about it. Just put them in, and you're not even feeling like, oh my god, like some teams when they put in the backup, it's over. Like, oh, well,
Over
it's all over.
like you saw with Brady Cook today, bro. Like I'm not saying that they didn't have they just didn't have a chance, but like they didn't really have like a chance with Brady Cook.
Yeah, it's
bro.
like it's over.
Also, like okay, I'm gonna take a break after this, but like, can Brady Cook do a ancestry, bro? Ancestry, because that there's some black in Brady Cook. I don't care what anybody say. I know they showed the camera with his parents and the
Two white parents. I don't know, bro.
oh, bro. Every time they show Brady Cook on the sideline, he look he got some nigga in him, bro. I don't know what Mama Cook was doing, bro.
Mama
Just saying,
sneaking out.
Nigga, like it was the hair. I was like, this nigga's mixed. Like, you can't fool me, nigga. Like this nigga ain't no white quarterback. Anyway, but let me take a break after that, bro. We'll be right back after this break.
Football season is in full swing, and Underdog is the best place to get in on the action. Playing on Underdog is easy. Just pick whether your favorite players will go higher or lower on stats like rushing yards, receptions, touchdowns, and more. This week, I'm looking at Saints versus Bucks and selecting Chris Olave for higher than 50 yards and Baker Mayfield for lower than 3 touchdowns. Download the app today. Sign up with promo code BLOCKPARTY. Score $75 in bonus funds or bonus entries when you play your first $5. That's promo code BLOCKPARTY. Underdog. Make picks, win money.
Must be 18 plus, 19 plus in Alabama and Nebraska, 19 plus in Colorado for some games, 21 plus in Arizona, Massachusetts, and Virginia, and present in a state where Underdog Fantasy operates. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/play and get terms _DFS_.html for details. Offer not valid in Maryland, Michigan, Ohio, and Pennsylvania. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.ncpgambling.org. In New York, call the 24/7 Hope line at 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
We are back wrapping up this recap. Saints win 29-6. The Saints did not allow an offensive touchdown in this game. Jack Hunter said maybe he's related to the Dolphins coach. No, like Mike McDaniel like acknowledges his black side. I don't know. Anyway, I want to give today during the game at one point, like it just felt didn't even have to worry about Charlie Smith on field goals, bro. Like you just put your hands behind your back, be like, oh, he got this. We good.
Ain't that something, bro?
And this is the little stuff, and I'm not trying to badger Kellen, but I said this in the Zoom, is like you potentially had this like inactive, like not even like on like not kicking when you had a kicker who missed 8 kicks in the season. Like 8. He hit 5. He hit 5 field goals today. That's 15 points. Blake Grupe missed 8 field goals this season.
8,
8, bro.
and not even like appreciative. I mean, nigga, your coach batted for you for weeks, put his job on the line for you, and you go to another team and you like, oh, it feels good to be in a winning organization or whatever he said.
And also, the Dolphins might not even make the playoffs, nigga. Oh, that little I don't even know what the right political term, PC term is. Ryan, about to get canceled on this bitch.
Little person.
Canceled on this bitch. Cutwater's hitting too much, bro. You just made me hot, bro.
Make me hot, bro. But yeah, that is something, bro. Like, Kellen, you had that on the team all this time, and all they needed was a chance, bro. Give the guy a chance. Why? That was weird. And look, a lot of people saying like, why didn't Shough get in earlier? And we talked about that ad nauseum. Now you could make an argument that Shough probably maybe after the Bills game or something, you could have put him in there, or but it was a fine balance they were trying to hit with developing Shough, getting him comfortable, getting him ready to hit the field. And I think as soon as Rattler Shough cracks, it was like, okay,
all right,
time to make the switch.
All right, nigga.
Because Rattler had like a bad game and a half, and that was it.
That was it.
So, and people like, oh man, we're not getting enough time to evaluate him. We're getting plenty of time to evaluate him, bro. Like these games, he's 4-3. 4-3 as a starter.
Which is crazy.
2 more games left. 2 more games left. Could finish the season with a winning record for himself. I mean, that's huge for a rookie to come into this team and with an opportunity to end like that. Huge, bro. Huge. I've never seen it as a Saint fan.
No. And we were talking about this in the Discord last night that I want to be careful how I say this. Like I don't want to make it sound like this season has been fool's gold, because like this season has been very impressive and it's been a breath of fresh air, especially him being a rookie and what he's shown. But that's scheduled next year, Wolf. That's scheduled next year.
So who we play?
Hold on, I have to pull it up.
The NFC North.
Hold on. So the future opponents for next year. So the home opponents, they have the Browns, the Packers, the Vikings, the Steelers, the Bucks, Falcons, Panthers, and then one team from the West who the either like the 3rd or 4th place team is, and one team from the AFC West who the 3rd or 4th team is. So probably maybe the Raiders.
Hope so.
And then the road opponents, they got the Ravens, the Bears, the Bengals, the Lions, Bucks, Falcons, Panthers, and NFC East. Nigga, we will. I came out and said that Shough is a franchise quarterback. Bro, that will get tested real quick next season, nigga.
We gonna learn. I love it though. I love it. You get a chance to really learn one about Shough and Kellen Moore.
This is what I'm gonna say though. This kind of goes back to what we talked about earlier. This is why you need to get with Juice. Like if you want to compete with those teams next year, you gotta have weapons. You need some Infinity Stones like Thanos, nigga. You need to be prepared.
Yes, absolutely. Cannot go into next season. Like, you got to go into the next season with answers, man. Serious answers. Woo. Because you can't compete, bro. You cannot compete against real teams in this league without like multiple answers to the test. You know what I'm saying? Without
like what? Like
they're gonna take away. Good.
So, watching and there's a dude named Michael in our made a comment in our TikTok comment saying like, I basically said he basically said that the Saints can compete with anyone, and I said, did you watch Thursday Night Football? Did you watch the Seahawks and Rams? Like, he said, oh yeah, we get a couple of pieces, like we can compete with them. Nigga, they play on a they play at a different speed. They play at a different speed. Different speed.
That's what we trying to get. We trying to get to that.
Nigga, we not there
we
yet. And that's okay.
That's okay.
That's
We
okay.
We building. We are building.
But like you gotta have, if you playing against the Ravens, the Lions, et cetera, like you gotta have some shit in the arsenal, bro. Like you can't go into next year having Olave and Jawan Johnson and
if Mason Tipton out there, we losing. We losing, bro. Like
it's an L Wolf.
We ain't beating no Ravens with no Mason Tipton out there. Period.
It's an L Wolf.
Period.
Dante Pettis out that bitch, bro. Bro, we might be in Jeremiah Smith range next year. And the funny thing is, like, Shough may be playing like decent, bro. We still
might be there.
I don't have the facilities, bro. Like I don't
have the facilities. I gotta look into the story behind that little clip. I don't even know the story behind it, but it's just crazy.
Every time, bro. don't have the facilities. Anything else from this game, bro? Three wins in a row. We have 88 concurrent viewers, 444. Shout out to Iran. Views right now. If you know.
Hey.
I threw that one in just for Jay.
Shout out to Jay.
Anything else from this game, bro? Or if this was the last Cam Jordan and Taysom Hill home game, bro, what a career for both of them now. Like truly.
No question. Taysom Hill, I talked about it earlier, but Cam Jordan too, man. Like we clown about Uncle Cam and aggravated he is and all that stuff, and ready for him to move on so younger players can come in. I get all that, but he has been outstanding. One of my favorite Saints of all time. One of the best Saints of all time.
Has had a quietly good season this year too.
Really good season to go out with a bang like that. You can't ask for more. Drafted in 2011 and like one of the greatest first rounds ever. Like that draft was just phenomenal. And drafting him, he's just been good from day one. The stuff he does in the community, still to this day, on his days off, going to talk to kids at different schools all around New Orleans, all around Louisiana. No big fanfare and all that. I always appreciate him for that, bro.
The irony. Kevin brought this up in our Discord. Jason Light, the GM of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, was like talking all that shit to Cam and all that shit. But for like, it would be hilarious, bro, if the Bucs don't even make the playoffs this year, and he was taking all that shit to Cam, and the Saints beat the Bucs this year a couple of weeks ago, bro. Imagine. I wanted to say this. Eugene Sutherland said, eating this home-cooked victory gumbo and savoring this tequila on a cold Philly night, but nervous about Mickey with them hands in his pocket. Merry Christmas, fellas.
Merry Christmas. It's just something we got to live with.
For that Adam Schefter, Ian Rappaport tweet gonna feel like a shotgun blast in the chest, bro. In the chest. I don't even know what it's gonna say, bro. I just know it's gonna feel like a shotgun blast.
You already know, bro. Oh my God.
I can't even think of a player right now, but I just know it's gonna be like shotgun blast.
Oh no.
Shotgun
George
blast.
Pickens? Nah,
No, he's a free agent.
Yeah, he's a free agent.
I can't even imagine George Pickens in the locker room with Kellen, bro. Like he
TJ Watt.
Oh man, that's a good one.
That's $40 million a year. Off injured.
Dante said AJ Brown. You know what's funny? I was like, as a like his character and like his shit like annoys me, but it would depend on the pick. But I could be talked into it. It would depend on the pick.
Mickey on the phone with Howie, bro. Oh,
Getting tooted up, Wolf. We get tooted up, bro.
See, the player I was thinking about, Jordan Davis, the defensive tackle.
It's funny. I looked him up last night after the game he had. He's not a free agent until 2027 because they
right. But that's why I was like, that's a potential trade candidate, knowing how he likes to either sign guys early or trade them.
Trade them early, yeah.
But I'm like,
I don't like.
Mickey,
I would just I just see like the way Howie thinks is that Jalen Carter's been so inconsistent with like his injury histories and his play, and Jordan Davis is taking such a leap this year, like
such a leap.
Like I saw him, like I was like, man, like I was like, is Jordan Davis? But he just scares me as a player, bro. Like because he came in the league overweight, and then him in New Orleans, I'd be like, hoo. Like that 15, 20 pounds he dropped in the offseason this year, bro. That shit
is coming back.
Put on so fast, bro.
Sweet potato beignets and all that shit.
At Mondays? Oh, bro, it'd be a wrap. It'd be a wrap. Jeffrey Simmons?
Doesn't meet my criteria, but yeah.
I can see it. Anyway, we'll talk about that in the offseason. We'll be back this upcoming week. We'll probably do the preview pod earlier because Christmas is on Thursday and Christmas Eve is on Wednesday.
Oh, yeah.
So we'll probably do the preview pod on Tuesday, even though we know
probably
not gonna get a lot of listens, not gonna get a lot of views, but we'll do the preview pod on Tuesday for the upcoming Saints-Titans game in Tennessee, and see if the Saints can go 4 in a row and get their 6th win of the season, which is crazy to think about. But everyone who's tuned in, 82 concurrent viewers, 471 views, we appreciate y'all. We love y'all. Listen, enjoy the ride because it's been a fun one, especially the second half of the season. And with that, we are out.